Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is episode 25 of The Ranting Redhead. I am your host, Aiden. Today, I want to talk about a certain streaming service that is really starting to piss me off. Okay, so I'm a big Kurt Russell fan, and there was one movie I really wanted to see. I had never seen it before, called Used Cars from 1980. So I looked it up. I was like, if it's streaming anywhere, I'm definitely going to watch it. It was on Pluto. I was like, okay, that's free. Why not? Take a shot at it. And now every free streaming service always has ads. I'm okay with ads. But here's the other thing that I like. Even if it's free, if a streaming service has ads, most of them that I at least watch, like Hulu, even Tubi, or like YouTube when they have free movies, they'll give you like a heads up of when the ad starts. And guess what else they'll do? They'll tell you how long the ad will be, so you can maybe at least, like, if you need to get up and walk around, like you need to go do something quickly, you can do it. But no, not on Pluto. No. Number one, they start the ad right in the middle of a scene. They don't at least give you the common courtesy of waiting till the next scene, or at least even the next shot. It'll be right in the middle of a car chase, and all of a sudden, boom, I hear Papa John's ads. That's just, okay, that's a way to piss people off. Clearly like I am right now, but come on. It's a common courtesy just to at least have warning of when the ads will start and end. That's definitely something that streaming services have over cable TV. But not with Pluto. No, they randomly just start in the middle of a scene. They go on for a long time. It goes on for like 5 minutes. Maybe I'm a little bit exaggerating, but it's definitely like I know on Hulu and most other places, they're like a minute and a half. This is well over a minute and a half, I'll tell you that. And here's the other thing. They're always the same fucking ad every single time. It's always the same ads. At least like give a little variety in your ads, or at least do different ones. Make advertisements interesting instead of something so depressing or mediocre just to where you just want to walk out of the room. If you have an interesting advertisement, people will okay. An advertisement can be good as long make it funny. If you make someone laugh with an advertisement, you're doing a good job. Instead of just being like, hey, guess what? You got to check out these Pampers. They'll help your kid. And that's the ad. That's the ad. They have benefits over other diaper brands for reasons I will not list right now. That's what it is. At least make it interesting. Be like, you tired of your child pissing everywhere? This thing is as good as a mop, I'll tell you that. It'll be like your kid is never there. They last for days. Have something like that. Just something different. Like I said, if you make the consumer laugh, then you've already hooked them. You've done your job. I mean, everybody who watches advertisements, they're not all going to buy your product, but at least if you make them laugh, you hooked them. That's all you can ask for with an advertisement. But they would play several ads throughout one commercial break. And I wrote them down. Because number one, and I know this is a sensitive issue right now, and look, I don't care what your view is on this, but let me tell you why this pissed me off. So like I said, it would be right in the middle of an emotional scene where I don't know, they're in a courtroom or something. Any movie on Pluto, this will happen to. They'll be like in the middle of a courtroom scene and be like, I find the defendant. Roe v. Wade is an important issue right now, and it cuts right in the middle of it. And like I said, always starts off with the Roe v. Wade ad. And look, I don't care what your view is on it. I don't. Everyone's allowed to their issues. I have my opinion. If you'd like to know my opinion, just ask me in person. But the fact that you are interrupting right in the middle of a scene to talk about this, it makes me really dislike whoever is advertising it. That's just a negative effect. If you put it at least in a sensible spot and you don't have every ad start with that, then maybe I wouldn't get as pissed. But the fact is, every single ad, this would be like every 10 minutes throughout the movie, you'd get a new ad. And it would always start out with Roe v. Wade. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, do I have to hear this goddamn thing again? Like I said, I get that it's an important issue right now, but fact of the matter is, let me watch my fucking movie in peace, okay? This is why I really need to buy it. I just need to buy that movie. I buy most movies. I don't know why I have it in my I don't have it in my collection. Okay, but after that, I'm going to read you a bunch of other ads that they would play. And like I said, this is all during one commercial break. Sometimes they would repeat the ad one after the other. This is how lazy Pluto is. There would be a Nike ad, a Papa John's pepperoni stuffed crust ad, a cheese ad, a Carvana ad, Reebok ad. What's this one? I think that says you. I wrote this like it was dark. I was just kind of half writing it. upwork.com, I think is what it says. Save the Children ad, Veterans United with Rob Riggle ad, Pampers ad, TD Bank ad, and what's this one? It's the last. Oh yeah, Memorial Day car sale ad at Ford. All of these stuff, never buy from them. Never give them your money because they're really disrupting my movie-going experience. That's why, at least, as much as I hate the ads in the movie theater, at least they're in the beginning of the movie. They play like 40 minutes of it, but then you get to the movie right after that. They don't interrupt the movie right in the middle of a scene and just start talking about Pampers. I freaking hate it so much. Like I said, it'll be right in the middle of an important scene, and okay, like I said, they're in the middle of an important scene. It's like, hey, we're going to lose the business here. We got to really pull the people together, and Papa John's is here to help you. That's what it would be. It's like having an annoying friend talk. It's like having an annoying friend who won't let go of a certain thing that they just tried or something. Like a new drink or something. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Okay, you know what? Let's say for the heck of this whole analogy, let's say they like Papa John's, okay? That's like if I'm trying to have a conversation with my friends and it'll be like, hey, what did you do? Did you pass? Did you pass your test yet? Well, I won't get the results back, but who knows? I think I did pretty good. Papa John's, we got to go out to Papa John's to celebrate. Okay, well, anyway, when are you getting the results back? Oh, I think I'm getting them back in 2 weeks, but who knows? It could be a little later, could be a little earlier. Who knows in this crazy world? But Papa John's, ladies and gentlemen, Papa John's, that will help your problems. Papa John's is here to serve. Okay, we get it. Calm down. Okay, so, okay, you want to meet up for drinks later? Okay, yeah, we'll celebrate. But Papa John's, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to Papa John's. That's what it feels like with these ads because they're the same ads every single time, and none of them are clever. They're all just boring. Like I said, the Nike commercial is just a guy running. It's like, this man can accomplish anything when he wears Nikes because they help your feet better than any other shoe brand. Go fuck yourself. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. I mean, like, what? Why do I want to keep seeing these ads? Why? There's so many products to advertise, but you have to keep repeating the same exact ones every single time. Like I said, this movie that I watched was a little less than 2 hours. It took me over 3 to finish it because of all these ads. Never watch Pluto TV ever because you're going to get stupid Carvana ads. Who the fuck cares about Carvana? And there was legitimately, I think, a cheese ad at one point. I think most people know what kind of cheese they like. Cheese has been around for a long time. Just get off your high horse, Pluto, okay? You're not that good. Like I said, I'd take, out of all the streaming services that are free, I'd take Tubi over Pluto because they at least be like, yes, there's a lot of ads on Tubi, but at least they say like, okay, 1 out of 5 ads, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, then you're back to your movie. You at least have an understanding of when. They don't even give you the common courtesy of it. And yes, some of the ads on Hulu and Tubi are a little bit repetitive, but nowhere like Pluto. Nowhere like Pluto TV. It is god awful. I would rather pay extra for my HBO Max subscription than deal with the ads on Pluto because it is just annoying. But hey, you know what? The movie was great, but just those advertisements really gave me a negative experience. So I'm gonna have to buy the Blu-ray. But I'm looking through my notes here of all the ads, and it's funny because you know how sometimes like Google, even YouTube, they'll kind of cater to what you think you want to be advertised to. I kind of like that, so I don't have to see an ad for Pampers. But there was another one that I saw. Like I said, there was like a TD Bank ad. And let me tell you something about TD Bank. That was my first bank that I ever had. They are, without a doubt, a bank that I would recommend to nobody. They are awful. Let me tell you why. So I think I started an account with them when I was like 16. And it only lasted 2 years because my dad and we were on a little road trip thing just for a few days. This was I want to say like maybe May of 2020. So we're doing this, and I didn't want to order something online. For some reason, my account on my phone wasn't working, so my mom had access to it because she had to co-sign for it, whatever. So I text her being like, hey, how much money do I have in my account? Just so I can, I don't want to make any purchases I don't have to unless I have plenty of money for it. So I checked, and she goes, Aiden, you have negative 4,000. I'm like, negative 4,000? How does that even happen? So my card got hacked. I'm like, okay. So that was fun having to charge my way home, but thank God I had another card. There wasn't that much on it, but now it's my main card. Because TD Bank, I went to them right when I got back. And this was right when COVID happened, so you couldn't go in the bank. You had to go through the drive-thru. And I said to them, hey, my card got hacked. I disputed all the charges that were made. And they said, okay, well, you have to do this. I don't even remember all the steps. This was 2 years ago. They go, you have to do all these steps. I said, okay. I did. I went back. They said, oh, well, you also have to do this. Okay. Did all that. And mind you, I'm still in school at this point. I'm still in college, so I'm not going. It's not like I'm coming back like the day after. I have other stuff I have to do. I have work in school. But whenever I can, I do this and I move on. So then happens again. I go back. They said, oh, well, you have to do one more thing. I'm getting really pissed at this point. So I do that. Then we end up calling like their national office or whatever. And they were actually really helpful, but it was the local bank that I had was just the worst. So then, like I said, this happened in May. Finally, in July, I was able to get my money back. And I said, I want to close my account. I want all my money in cash. I want all my money right now. And they said, okay, well, you have to do this. I was pissed, but I'm like, I'm so close to the end. Just go home and do it. So I go home, and this was a few days later. I go back, and I said, okay, I'm all set to close my account. Give me my money. And they go, well, why do you want to close your account? Because you never gave me my fucking money. I was short over $4,000. I had to make charges because you refused to give me my money. So never, if there's a TD Bank in your area, never go to them. To all the 4 people that listen, never use them because they are the worst bank I've ever dealt with. I'm sure there's worse ones out there because I'm only 20 years old, but you know what? From my little experience so far, that bank is awful. Do not trust it. So the whole point of this episode, don't trust TD Bank and don't ever watch stuff on Pluto because you're going to get pissed off you're going to get pissed off at Pluto. You're going to get pissed off at any single ad that gets advertised to you. So that's my rant for the day. Thank you all so much for listening. Hard to believe, 25 episodes. I did it, ladies and gentlemen. I did it. Yeah, I'm a cool kid. Anyway, that's the episode. Thank you all so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.